I must be crazy, hallucinated. I'm living, breathing. My sweat is on the floor.
What is up, everybody? You are back on another episode of The Curtis Zone. I, of course, am your humble and handsome and ever so awesome host, Dylan J. Curtis. Now, before we get started, my question is, does everybody like the Keyblade? Made it myself. Yeah. That's real titanium right there. Now, today's segment is all about Cyborg 009. Alright? I'm going to give you guys a quick history of it, alright? It may be quick, it may be long. You don't know. But as always, I give you the non-fiction origin, then I give you the fictional origin, then I give you my top 5 favorite episodes and or moments. I give you a significant moment or tell you what happened in the final episode, and I always end it with powers and abilities of the main protagonist. In this case, I will give you powers and abilities of the main protagonists. There are 9 protagonists. As always, I cannot get started without giving you guys a little bit of news. Alright, and here it is. It has now been confirmed that due to Ezra Miller's insane behavior, Warner Brothers has no choice but to either scrap the Flash project or renegotiate with Grant Gustin in order to make him the Flash in the DCEU. Alright, I'm really hoping towards they renegotiate with Grant Gustin. Also, another bit of news is that Gal Gadot has finally decided to do future DCEU projects as Wonder Woman, or she might just do a bunch of other stuff as other characters. No one knows, but everything is leaning towards that she will be playing Wonder Woman a lot. And now the final bit of news that I want to tell you guys is that Aquaman 2 has finally started post-production, which means that we will be getting a trailer drop very, very soon. Alright, and I'm looking forward to it a lot due to the fact that Aquaman was the highest gross movie in the DCEU. And now with all that said, let's go into today's episode, and remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content from me, Dylan J. Curtis, alright? And I hope everyone likes my Keyblade because I made it myself. Cyborg 009 would have its American television debut in October of 2001, would have its final episode in October of 2002. It lasted 51 episodes. Premiered on the Toonami Jetstream Saturday evening lineup along with Dragon Ball Z, Doc Hack-Son, and a lot of other shows. Now, I say American television debut due to the fact that it was a Japanese anime which did not premiere until 1961, alright? And it had its final episode in 1983. It did not come to America until early 2006 because of the fact that this is the time when the US were trying to get everything Japanese over to America, alright? And they had to redo everything on English dub, and it took forever for them to do. Sometime later, we would get the Netflix series Cyborg 009 Call to Justice. It lasted 1 season, and that 1 season gave us 9 episodes. In my opinion, was actually pretty good. Now, the original idea for Cyborg 009 Call to Justice was to make it into a movie. However, this was after the whole Dragon Ball Evolution debacle. Yes, everyone blames the fact that Funimation didn't make live action movies due to the fact that Dragon Ball Evolution was such a huge disaster, okay? But because Netflix had rights to it, they decided to make Call to Justice. And in my opinion, was pretty good. In the first episode, we meet 009, aka Joe Shimomura. He was experimented on by Black Ghost and his organization. Black Ghost is one of the richest men in the world who experimented on humans, turning them into cyborgs. You see, Joe Shimomura was woken up by 001, and he goes outside to meet the other 00 cyborgs as they battle Black Ghost and his organization. Though they are blindsided a few times, they manage to battle and defeat Black Ghost while at the same time escaping with a plane and a doctor that they really need. The plane they use to escape is known as the Dolphin. It's an experimental plane/submarine. It's also one of my favorite aerial crafts in all of animation and Japanese anime. The doctor that they managed to escape with is known as Dr. Isaac Gilmore. Now, he may play as working for Black Ghost, but truth be told, he is friend of the cyborgs and not of Black Ghost. He felt guilty for the experiments that happened on the cyborgs, and he decided to help them out. After a massive aerial battle, the 00 cyborgs managed to escape the Black Ghost and make it to a colleague of Dr. Gilmore's named Mr. Kazumi, an engineer. This is the point of the episode where I give you my top 5 favorite episodes and or moments. Alright? And I'll also give you a significant moment and or what happened in the final episode. But here's the thing. The final episodes of the original Cyborg 009 from 2003 did not air in the US due to the fact that Japan had purchased rights back and because Warner Brothers was going through a whole thing with them. My all-time favorite moments would have to be when we meet all the other 00 cyborgs, like 0010 plus and minus, 0011 who is a giant robot spider, you have 0012 who is basically a humanoid that is attached to a machine that is in a house, you have 0013 who's basically all the other cyborgs combined, 0014 who can absorb the abilities of all the other cyborgs, and you have 0015 and she is just so gorgeous. In fact, she has the ability to hypnotize people with her looks. Now, with all that finally said, let's move into powers and abilities of the main protagonist, and in this case, protagonists. Altogether, the cyborgs have amazing strength, speed, and durability. They can take anything from a bullet to a tomahawk ballistic missile blast. But it's their individual abilities that give them a huge advantage in combat. First, you have 001, aka Ivan Whiskey, who has enhanced intellect. He also has telepathic and teleportation capabilities. Next, there's 002, aka Jet Link. He has the ability to fly as fast as your average fighter jet at a speed of Mach 2. Next, there's 003, Francois Lamotte. She has the ability to see as far as 3 miles and hear farther than that. Her senses are so good that she can practically hear and see into the future. Then there's 004, Albert Heinrich from Germany. His entire body is a walking weapon, meaning that he has machine guns, missiles, grenade launchers, the whole 9 yards. And unlike every other 00 cyborg, he is the better tactician out of all of them. Next, we have Geronimo Jr., aka 005. His body is more durable than all the other 00 cyborgs, and he has strength comparable to that of Superman, which comes in handy in a fight, if you ask me. Next, we have 006, Chang Chak-Hu. Not only is he a chef, but he can breathe fire close to at least 4,000 degrees, and he can dig underground as if he were a freaking gopher, which is actually kind of gross. Then there's Great Britain, aka 007. He's a shapeshifter, and not only can he shapeshift into people, he can shapeshift into anything. And I do express anything. The guy once shapeshifted into a stick, for God's sakes. 008, aka Pyonma, is an African national who has the ability to breathe underwater. His body is also designed to withstand the pressure and the cold that comes with deep sea diving. He can do it as if he were a fish. Finally, there is 009, aka Joe Shimomura. His speed is comparable to that of the Flash. He also has an acceleration mode which gives him the ability to move faster than the passage of time itself. He's honestly the coolest cyborg ever. And just like that, another episode of the Curtis Zone comes to a screeching close. But remember to stay tuned to after this episode to see my pitch for another episode of the Chronicles of Detective Shade. And remember to hit the like and subscribe button for more content. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you just want to make a request for a history of episode or a how powerful would someone be episode or an origin of episode, leave it in the comment section located that way. Also, I want to thank everyone who currently watched this episode. And I also want to say one thing. I rule. That's my Keyblade. It's made completely of titanium. For those of you who don't like it, I say... Have you ever been alone? I mean, so alone that you're afraid to make friends, to fall in love, to even think about anything else other than that? Shade has. Shade has lived for close to 500 years. Being immortal, he can't age, he can't die, which is why he has to keep his friends at arm's length. Be specific, you may ask? Shade has to keep his friends at arm's length because everyone he's ever met in his life, he outlives. And that makes him sad. Have you ever outlived anyone? It's sad, really, to think about it. In the last episode, Shade performed necromancy. He's not allowed to. And yes, he was reprimanded for that. But in this episode, we find out why he doesn't love, why he doesn't have friends. We find out why he's truly alone. Ladies and gentlemen, The Chronicles of Detective Shade, Season 1, Episode 2.